Hi, I'm Hazel, and this is how I beat Tiffany Nelson with 2 pets in order to level a 3rd one. Tiffany is a Master Tamer at the Dalaran Pet Tournament, and she's available to fight whenever her World Quest comes up. In my first slot, I have my Race MiniZep with Missile, Decoy, and Darkmoon Curse. This guy comes in handy a lot, so I recommend snagging him the next time the Darkmoon Fair rolls around if you haven't already. In my second slot, I have my attack breed Nexus Whelpling with Tail Sweep, Mana Surge, and Arcane Storm. The key for this spot is just big damage and a Dragonkin type, so you can get away with any strong Dragonkin pet. Last, I have my leveling pet. It'll need to take a bit of damage, so bring something with at least 500 health. Okay, so Zeppelin in your top slot, make sure your Safari hat is on if you're leveling a pet, and we get started. So on round 1, we set up the Decoy. What that's going to do is it's going to block the brutal webbing that happens in round 2. You don't want to get hit with that because it's going to make the spider swarm thing real bad. So we start with Decoy, we follow up with Darkmoon Curse to reduce his damage done, and then we start spamming Missile. So we're taking less damage because of the Darkmoon Curse on Jinx. Decoy blocked a little bit of that, and then Missile just should do big damage to him. So just keep going with Missile, and Jinx should go down pretty shortly. We got a little bit of bad luck that caused him to take 3 hits, but if you get bad luck to get small hits on Missile, it'll take 3 hits anyways. And down goes Jinx. You should have lots of health left in your MiniZep. So at this point, we switch out directly to your strong Dragonkin pet, in this case Nexus Whelpling. I'm going to Arcane Storm Mana Surge. This isn't actually going to do the strong damage you really wanted to do, just because he likes to do this thing where he natures wards. And I think he does get that up. Not quite in time for the Arcane Storm, but he'll get it up before Mana Surge. And that means you're not doing strong damage with this like you'd ideally want to, but that's okay. We're just trying to burst through his health as fast as possible, and because we're Dragonkin type, we're taking less damage from a lot of the moves that he's using, so we Arcane Storm and Mana Surge on the Nexus Whelpling after you brought it out, and that should go ahead and punch through his health pretty quickly, despite the fact that he's healing, and despite the fact that it doesn't do strong damage. It just hurts a lot, especially once that Dragonkin racial kicks in. That's happened right there. So down goes Rocket, and at this point we're going to use the rest of our Nexus Whelpling here. So the cat comes out. We just want to get the Nexus Whelpling, get as much damage out of him as we can. So I'm just going to use Tail Sweep. I am slower than Marshmallow. Marshmallow's a pretty fast cat, so you're going to be slower, which means you get that extra tail sweep damage in, or you should if it's working properly. Beta's been a little bit iffy, but I think that was enough. And then just keep going with the damage. I'm going to refresh my Arcane Storm, because why not? It's off cooldown. And you want to make sure that your Nexus Whelpling actually does die before... Alright, so he's faster now, so you should be able to finish this off. You want the Nexus Whelpling to die before the fight ends, because we haven't switched in our leveling pet yet. So Marshmallow finishes us off with a big ol' pounce, and then we bring out our leveler pet. And there we go. So Stormborn Whelpling enters the field. We switch out, so Stormborn Whelpling leaves the field and bring out the Zeppelin. And we want to finish this fight off, so you can Decoy and then Missile, or you can just Missile, depends on how nervous you're feeling. I probably could have finished it with 1 Missile, but I decided Decoy anyways. We're not that close to losing this fight, just because even if he had managed to kill my Race MiniZep, it's still a mechanical bet, it's still going to come back, and we should be able to finish him off no problem. So there we go, bunch of experience, and we are done. And that's how I do it. I'll be putting together family-specific teams towards the Family Familiar achievement as time goes on, so keep an eye out for those. Thanks for watching, let me know what you think, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!